Alright, YouTube, Supernova back again. I know I'm probably downloading multi videos in one day, but I just don't have time to combine videos and stuff like that. Alright, I got my rings. It's got it listed top, second, and third. That's your oil rail. Second rail is going to be black, depending on what kind of rings you get. Let's see if y'all can see that. Alright, y'all see that dot? Like right there? Okay. It'll tell you in the instructions to make sure that's facing up for your second. The first ring doesn't have that. So you can put them either way. They're like chrome moly, I guess you could say. But basically, this is my ring compressor tool, and the reason why I chose this one is because it's got these notches, which is the least resistance, and also it's less trash you're liable to get in there. Like those full ring compressors, I don't like those because dust can get in them. Even in the cleanest environment, dust can still get in them, and you're liable to get it down in there with the rings. This is less likely to do that. Once you get your rings in order, I always do from the bottom up. Well, first off, you got to put. Let's see if I can get it in. Okay, you got to put this on there first. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, you see these little notches in the back? Okay, those little oil rails hold this in, so you gotta put this in first, then you put your oil rails in. But that's your oil rail lower, so that's the very bottom ring. Then this is your top oil ring, and then you put your second and your first. So basically, rule of thumb is make sure your oil ring gaps are 180 degrees apart, as well as your first and second compression ring 180 degrees apart. But make sure you follow the diagram for whatever car motor you're building. Your second compression ring might be over here, first one might be over here. It's just, depends. But this is for the Nissan Altima 2003 that I know of. But once you get your rings compressed tightly, you want to take your hammer, rubber mallet or dead blow hammer, it's got the beads in it, and you just tap around and make sure this is seated properly. Then you're going to take your handle and you're just going to barely tap. Alright. So, I'm fixing to do that now. I can't do this one-handed. I'm too nervous because it is very easy to break these rings. But just to give you a rundown of how to do it. So, but that's all for this. I'm just gonna go ahead and call this part 10. You should know how to put the lower portion of your oil pan on. I got the crank installed. Okay, I got all my bolts torqued down. Alright, also got the new seal installed. It's easier to put that in before you put the lower case on. It's just easier than having to press it in and risk screwing it up. So, and also every piston you put in, be sure you rotate the crank, make sure it rotates good. So, but that'll be it for part 10. Stay tuned for part 11. I will be installing the head as well as the cams. So till next time, peace out.